Welcome back, goblins, ghouls, and those too cool for school. We are in an alternate location today because I do not have the energy to set up and take down my normal background like I normally do. It takes me a lot of time and it is a rare day off for me. I've been so crazy busy at my day job, so I decided it's my life, it's my channel, I can do the setup how I want, where I want. And I just think that why not? Let us chill today for once. Starting right off, of course, with all my videos, take what resonates, leave what does not. Videos are all timeless unless otherwise specified, and I don't excel at receiving messages about timing. It is rare, so if it comes up, but I don't anticipate it to. First off, I was moving my swan basket in here, which has my cards, and then I have a row of cards over here. But this box fell and opened itself. So, and I have photos of it I'll probably post. Let me see if I can just maintain its structural integrity. Yeah, it opened itself, and it opened to the Four of Swords upright, which is a card about meditation and often depicts somebody like laying down. And it threw itself out of the basket, landed onto this bed that I'm on, and opened to the Four of Swords. And I was like, well, yes, well, of course. So that was absolutely hysterical to me in the best of ways, because yeah, that is kind of the energy I'm on today for my day off. It is very Four of Swords, like just taking it a little easier, relaxing, settling in a little bit more. And this, apparently she really wants to talk about it. So I think that's what we're going to get into is, first of all, with this deck of cards. It is the Phantom Wise Tarot Night Circus deck. If I can grab her. Once again, if you guys ever want a tarot card or I guess card deck tour video, here's the front of this box, by the way. Well, that's actually, yeah. I do plan to do one of those someday. I have 14 decks of cards, 3 Oracle, 11 Tarot, and I'm probably going to do one even if no one asks for it. But if you do, let me know if you want. Yeah, getting into it. So, super long video, intro. Well, yes, that's what we do here, is we rant. Something that's been coming through for me, I was with a friend the other day and I was getting this like almost itching sensation from inside my mind. Not a literal itch, but the best way I can describe it, like something wanted to come out, like some message for the collective. I tried pulling it, and of course only things from my personal life were wanting to come out. I put the deck away, I said thank you, so I'm dipping in now. But these pants are a really good representation of sort of this sensation or energy, or maybe this poof cushion thing. Lots of really like patchwork colors. It just, this is a really great representation. Earthbound, by the way. Love these pants, my quilt pants. But just these bold colors coming through. A lot of significance of the color purple, especially. And oddly enough, and all of this is relevant, I promise, I have been listening to a lot more of the Facelift album by Alice in Chains. Like, yeah, I listen to it in pieces on occasion, but I've just been feeling very called towards it lately. And those are, I mean, very similar colors off the Facelift album. If you guys have seen the cover, is those bold, bright colors, and the man's face is shades of purple. And last night I was at the store to get just a jar of Alfredo sauce. That was all I needed, but I noticed that they had a new Monster energy drink flavor. All this is relevant, I do promise. And it is a passion fruit flavor, and it's purple. And I just couldn't help but, I wanted it. I wanted to try it, and just bold, bright colors like that, and the fact that it was passion fruit flavored, and it is good, I like passion fruit. But there's just something coming through about high energy, passionate, and I do think it's because we have now entered Sagittarius season, and that's just the energy coming through. It's a deeper yearning to have passion about more existential philosophical topics. So if Facelift Alice in Chains is a good confirmation for you, that is that. If you've tried the new Monster energy drink flavor, let me know, leave your review of that. I enjoy it quite a bit. But I just feel like all these things have been coming through in different sectors of my personal life, confirming that this is sort of the energy that I may need to try to tap into. I can't call upon necessarily, but we'll see. That's kind of, I guess, the long background, because it's been a 5-minute intro. Sorry, chat. But maybe those are good confirmations. I mean, maybe that's sort of an energy you've been feeling as we're entering Sagittarius season, as we're letting go of Mercury retrograde. I think Saturn retrograde is going to be ending soon. Bless. bless, we're leaving Saturn retrograde. We appreciate lessons, but we are also excited for rest. So anyway, getting into that, I don't know if that's confirmation for anyone, but there are bold colors and textures coming through, and we'll just kind of see what that might entail. What's that about? Since this deck was very excited, yeah, real excited coming through. Two of Wands upright, Hermit upright, Five of Swords upright, Five of Wands sideways, and the King of Pentacles reversed. Right off the bat, in my head, it just sort of like slithered over my mind, I guess you could say. There's a lot of physical sensations coming through for this reading. It almost felt like a silk ribbon, like literally being like draped over my brain and out the other side. This word that came through for me was monk. Monk arc. I feel like you are being challenged to let go of conflict, to become a philosopher of sorts. There is a need to let go of materialism, let go of the need to be in combat and conflict in your personal lives. You're really being challenged and called to be on a higher path, please. I do think this is very relevant. A lot of people think of Sagittarius as being like the FOMO party animal sign, and that's, I mean, it's potentially that. We all embody different traits of many different things, and each sign is a spectrum of traits from maybe healthy to unhealthy, developed to underdeveloped or not yet developed, etc. And for my personal opinion, a developed Sagittarius is someone who is a deeply philosophical wanderer, who wanders and experiences new things, not for cheap thrills or for impulse, but for deriving deeper understanding in many aspects of the human experience and the superhuman experience in a way. And I feel like you're being called to embody like healthy, mature Sagittarius energy with this. If you've ever read the poem or heard the Robert Frost poem, Two Roads Diverge in Yellowwood, and I have taken the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. When I see the Two of Wands right now, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, you could go the standard route and continue to be more impulsive or reckless or materialistic, or I guess more surface level on things, or you could diverge to the road less traveled, and that can make all the difference. It's a poem very near and dear to my heart, and I think that, I mean, like, I'm just getting a lot of strong emotional sensations about this Sagittarius season as we go into winter, as we go into a more still, chilled time. I feel like you could really do some deep introspections with this Hermit energy. Lay down your swords, lay down the need to engage with so much of the outside world, get really deep, become very monk-like, give up what's really not serving you, what's draining you, get serious, and be able to sort of come back to a new life in the spring. With that Four of Swords energy, like meditate deeper, almost go into a sort of chrysalis, so to speak, and then you can come out this spring. I'm just getting like really deep. It's sort of like Spirit got very stone cold serious with me and really wants me to hone in on the fact this is a very serious call, that if you want some extremely large growth and movement, if you want to be a whole different person, this person you know you want to be, that you would change your life, if you want your life changed, change it this winter and come back to life as the new person, and then like breathe new life into yourself come springtime. Yeah, I'm getting, I mean, very Sagittarian energy. I'm gonna see if we have some more from this, and then I think I'm gonna pull into an oracle deck as well, because we are actually only at the 9-minute mark for me. Okay, so that tumbled out. I'm gonna take that, even though that was maybe me being a bit clumsy. Seven of Cups reverse, the Four of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the World reverse, and the Six of Wands upright. Oh, yes. Thank you, Spirit, for being so clear in our first round, because this is very big confirmation. It's not over till it's over. You need to cut through the illusions, become disillusioned. You need to be honest with yourself. If you're thrill seeking, if you are using your wanderer spirit and your philosophical spirit in an unhealthy, immature way, if you're living YOLO kind of stuff, if you're like, oh, well, screw it, like, I'm just going to do this, you are not using those traits for their highest good. And the Four of Cups upright is a sign that I always call like the nonchalant card. If you're just saying, oh, it doesn't matter, I'm chilling, it's whatever, things really do have deeper implications at times. Things really do. Actions have consequences, and I would really hate to see you make erroneous decisions. Not that we can't learn lessons, and not that there's like wrong decisions, because you're still going to learn from it. But if you know better, and I know you know better, Spirit knows you know better, then just stop getting yourself into these situations. I saw like a rat in a maze, and you purposefully placed yourself in these situations multiple times. The first time, okay, you didn't know better. Stop re-entering the maze and just go the path less traveled. It's not over till it's over. You can stop. You can just stop doing these things, right? Engaging in these behaviors. Stop distracting yourself. Stop. I don't know. I just got like the image of like the Smarties candy, like just picking at little candies and being like, oh, you know, it's whatever. And I did a reading about candy recently, so if you're the person that saw that and it resonated with you, I'm not talking to my stoic, grounded people who need some fun. This video is for people who are overindulging in fun and maybe need to reel it back and become more grounded and a lot more shamanic, so to speak, more meditative. There's a middle ground to strike, the nonchalant card. Perhaps you could become a little bit more grounded, but you are just sort of throwing the excuse around of, oh, it doesn't matter, I'm chilling, it's fine. Every day is a chance to build foundations, and if you're actively ignoring a chance to build foundations, you're really not going to get too much of the life you want to live. If you think you're going to happen into being the person you want to be, you're sorely mistaken. Blessings and opportunities and synchronicities will find their way to you, but if you've not harnessed the traits and the tenacity and the spirit needed to take these and make good use of them and alchemize them, something very valuable could pass you by, and I'd hate for springtime to roll around and for you to have made your bed and then have to lie in it. You know what I mean? This is giving very older sister energy. I am an older sister, so maybe that's something for people. Maybe you have older siblings in your life, and or just older mentor figures that are kind of looking at you like, come on, twin, maybe we shouldn't be doing that. You know, it's not always wrong to listen to people who have a little bit more maturity on you. I'm not talking about older generations shaming you for curiosity. I'm talking about people who have a little bit more maturity on you, and you look at them and you're like, they're not that much older or wiser. Sometimes there's a grain of truth to be taken. Sometimes we really need to listen. I'm very thankful for my older siblings for passing along wisdom, and I'm very thankful, you know what I mean? Yes, they're not that much older than me, but those few years can make a difference, right? Six of Wands upright. It's getting your flowers. It's getting recognition. It's I saw a stage platform rising up and like this yellow energy all around it. You want to excel, you want to feel accelerated, right? But you're not going to get these things if you're going on these rat race, rat mazes sort of things. You have got to put one foot in front of the other, cut the shit, and just do it. You know what I mean? Like, you know that you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing. Disillusion yourself and stop using the excuse of, I'm young and turnt. For those of you out there who are like, I'm young and turnt, okay. Maybe you could be young and turnt and use that energy and use that youthful ability to dive deeper into your soul and make use of the time you have on earth. I'm not saying not to have fun. I'm just saying, wouldn't it be more fun to have the life of your dreams rather than sitting around on like almost like the tutorial scene and doing all these side quests that are not furthering your big goals? On the bottom of the deck, we have strength. We love strength on this channel. That's one of my birth cards. It's the card of Leo. It's 8. Maybe if you have the 8 life path, 8 is your lucky number. 8 in a lot of numerology is very stoic. It's very stern. It moves through life. 8 in the Enneagram. Don't play about an 8 in the Enneagram because they mean business and they are serious. Once again, guys, welcome to my channel where the strength card just always has to make itself known. I know it's hard to see the angle I'm at because I'm posed up right now, but there's a way to move about life with a quiet confidence, right? You can still be taken seriously even if you lock in and you're a little bit more reserved about these things. I think it's time to embody the strength card. You can still garner a lot of being taken seriously, having a lot of fun if you just do it in a more spiritually developed way, right? Once again, guys, look into the strength card. I might actually post an entire video just about this card because I'm always alluding to it. So that's tarot. Let's dip into wisdom of the oracle. Lots of really interesting colors and imagery in this one. I think this will be good. Just to get a little bit more information. And we're actually not running crazy on time here for my channel. You know what I mean? Like, my PR on here. I just got like a big whiff of like the circus energy, and I love the circus. I do plan to make videos about that as well, but like circus, cotton candy, clowns, yeah. Glad that one didn't fall too far. Okay, we have TikTok, blessed, and no place like home, and on the bottom of the deck we have go the distance. There's a cheetah on this card, and then the strength card in this deck was a cheetah or a leopard, which is really fascinating because almost every deck of cards displays strength as a lion. So the fact that on the bottom of the deck we have a cheetah and there was a more rarely displayed version of strength, that's interesting. Go the distance. I'm hearing that song by Cake. The distance. He's going the distance. He's going for speed. She's all alone in her time of need. You are self-abandoning your higher self, your path. You are choosing to leave destiny behind because you're on this impulsive, like just snacking things up because you don't want to have to. You have all of this energy and potential. We see you running around. We see that your tank is really not that empty a lot of the time. You got a lot of energy, twin. Why are we misplacing it? Clearly we've done some of the party path. What if we took that and we went the distance and we applied ourselves? TikTok. And I also think it's worth mentioning that there is a hot air balloon on this card. I know it's hard to see, but the front of this deck, of this box, is a hot air balloon. Confirmation. TikTok, like I said, I think that it's time to lock in while the time is nigh. You know what I mean? I think that you really could have some incredible opportunities coming to you by spring. It's ironic I started this video with my spiel about rarely receiving timed messages, and Spirit was like, hey, today's the day. And I'm like, thank you so much. Nice. Blessed. TikTok and blessed. There are amazing blessings coming your way, but are you going to lay the foundation and garner the strength to hold on to these things, or are you going to have your fingers and your hands too busy doing nonsense to catch these things, take them, alchemize them, build some more, right? Are you going to continue on this willy-nilly? The blessed card is 2-2, or 22, and 2 is often a card seen as like a union and partnership with other people. I see this as you need to be in union and partnership with yourself. You're self-abandoning. She's all alone in her time of need. You are leaving destiny behind. We're trying to willy-nilly and distract yourself and cheap thrills and candy of life, right? And then this last card we have with Oracle is no place like home. There's something I've talked about here about this is your home. This is your primary universe. And no matter where you go in this world, no matter what candy you're snacking up, no matter what you are doing, you are always here. Yeah, you may black out from time to time. Yeah, people have gone on it to extreme measures. Millions of people go to extreme measures every day to try to rip themselves away from their own reality and their own mind. This is your primary universe, and no matter how far away you run from it, you will always go back to it. So if you see this as prison, if you see this as something to be running away from, you're never going to get anything because you will have no place that feels like a home, when in reality, on the inverse of that, there is no place like home. Make this home, sit down, have some more, be more shamanic, be more, like I said, monk arc. Give up the things that are no longer serving you. I really just think it's time to take life a little bit more seriously, because you can always enjoy the play and the fun and these blessings raising on that golden platform that I was seeing. You can get your flowers later, but if you're not laying the foundation to receive these things, it's gonna pass you by. TikTok. That's fascinating. Yeah, I think this is just kind of a loving scolding, and this is not for people who don't know what they're doing. I know that sounds really harsh. This is for people who do know what they are doing and are maybe trying to explain it away with I'm young and turnt. Are you going to be young and turnt when you're 45 and you look back and you realize that if you would have locked in just a little bit more, put some things down, you could have picked some things up? Is it going to feel young and turnt when you realize that you made a bad situation worse? You know what I mean? So I'm going to cut us there because we're getting up on time towards the, it was just 20:02 as well. Confirmation on that one. Mirrored energy, look in the mirror, twin. yeah, I just think this is for people who they need to realize that yes, life is fun and colorful and all these awesome things, but it would be even more vivid and bright and technicolor if you had done it with more integrity and serving yourself in a better way. Don't self-abandon. Don't keep going on these distraction missions. Quit placing yourself in unwinnable mazes when you know better because you learned it the first time. You have an incredible life that could be finding you, and it will find you, but are you going to be able to handle it, take it, and make it? Or are you just going to be in a position where you're not able to hold on to it and turn it into what it needs to be? I don't think that living with regret is something that serves you. So with love, let us develop a little bit deeper and really just use this winter for a time of stillness and rest and reflection. I mean, that's what a lot of our ancestors did in winter. It was a time of less movement and just relaxing a little bit more into things, being more grateful, because in ancient times winter was tough, you guys. And I just really think that that's something that needs to be looked at. Is life can be very serious, right? So strike that middle ground, get a little bit more of a balance going. Yeah, so wrapping it up there. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments how I'm doing, if any of this resonated with you. Also, just, I've been super big on the Facelift album lately. Let me know what your favorite song off the Alice in Chains Facelift album is. One of my favorite songs is Bleed the Freak. So drop me your favorite Alice in Chains song off that album, and let me know if you've tried the new Monster. This is a very Gen Z like outro, I guess you could call it. But yeah, stay funky fresh, stay a little bit more serious, have fun, love, and light. Have a good one, Slim.